Hello, Libra. This is Mary Elizabeth with your November 2022 tarot forecast. Thank you so very much for allowing me to do this reading for you today. So we're going to start off with the Energy Oracle, move into the Crow Tarot, and then the Spell Casting Oracle. So let's see what the Energy Oracle has for you. We're going to give it a shuffle. We are going to cut the deck in half. And we are going to see appreciation and door to personal happiness and healing. So whatever you're doing, whatever healing that you're doing, whatever healing path you are on right now, it is working. Continue. It's not only just about you are being appreciated, it's about the appreciation that you, Libra, are bestowing on yourself for taking this opportunity to step into this transformation of happiness and healing. There's a lot of appreciation out there for you. It could be from your family, it could be from friends, it could be from coworkers, it could be from partners, acquaintances, it could be from all of them. It almost, you know what it feels like? It feels like when, and I'm not saying that this is your case, this is your situation, but I'm saying when a person is dealing with addiction and they decide to take the necessary steps to start healing, right? And then you start feeling good about yourself. And then you start feeling this overwhelming sense of self-appreciation and self-happiness and self-acknowledgement that you had the strength and the courage to do this, right? And then all of these other people, one by one, start stepping forward and admiring and appreciating the courage and the strength that you've had to step into this time of recognizing you needed help. And it's this whole new sense of, yes, I am valued. Yes, I am appreciated. Yes, I am happy. I'm happy. And as I go through this healing process, all of this will be magnified. All of this will be not only accepted, but projected. Right? The appreciation I have for myself, the happiness I have in my life, the healing that I'm doing. So I think that's a very wonderful and beautiful thing, Libra. I think it's very wonderful and beautiful. So let's see. Thank you, Spirit. I have 2 cards for Libra, please. 1, 2. Thank you. So we have the garden and the gate, and we have cornucopia. So it's exactly just what we were talking about. So this is making the decision to step out of your comfort zone, making the decision to go beyond what you are capable of, regardless if it's healing, regardless if it's removing yourself from a relationship or an environment or a partnership or just anything that isn't conducive to your happiness and growth, anything that keeps you stagnant, anything that keeps you complacent and comfortable, moving out of that, beyond that comfort zone, moving out of that box and into a time of personal happiness and healing brings about appreciation and cornucopia, which is an abundance of everything. An abundance of all of it, the love, the happiness, the joy, the peace, the appreciation, the opportunities, you name it, the gratitude, the self-love, the self-passion, the creativity, the list goes on and on and on. But it is up to you. And I kind of feel like you're taking the steps, and it may be baby steps, but it's still steps, to move into that time of personal happiness and healing by moving out of that feeling of comfortability and complacency and moving beyond what you're capable of or the period of stagnation that you've been in. So let's see what our tarot cards have. The 9 of Cups. And that is the cornucopia. The 9 of Cups is the cornucopia. It is that emotional abundance, spiritual abundance, physical abundance, looking toward the future, connection with source and spirit. That is the cornucopia of everything. It is everything. You building this nest egg for your future. And sometimes it may feel like the change that you are making isn't happening because things are moving behind the scenes a lot slower than they seem to be moving in our physical world, right? So in our physical, or maybe they're moving quicker behind the scenes than they are in our physical world, but there is this feeling of things not changing or moving or manifesting as quickly as you desire them to. And sometimes we have to recognize that the personal happiness and healing isn't all that needs to be healed. Sometimes we have to not only step out of our comfort zone physically, but we also have to heal emotionally. So when we are trying to create a whole new version of us by stepping out of toxic relationships or addictions or anything like that, the physical and the stepping out of our comfort zone or stepping out of complacency and comfortability isn't enough. We also have to heal inside as well. And when we don't, we get these insecurities and these doubts that what we're doing are enough, right? So we have to learn to love ourselves, right? To learn not only that past version of who we are, but that present version of who we are. And I also kind of feel that there may be someone around you who is in this with you, right? Someone who helps bring stability and balance. This is like two heads are better than one. Let's think this out together and think this through together and see how we can get you past those feelings of uncertainty or insecurity or feeling as if you're caged or stuck in this feeling of things not transitioning or happening for you, when in reality, physical, see, hear, touch, taste, feel, we acknowledge it, but internally we don't really see it. So that causes us to get very much in our head about the lack of movement or change when we can see it happening around us. So it's unfortunate that we are such emotional beings. And I say that because it's very difficult for us to get out of our head and go beyond those crippling emotional feelings of insecurity and doubt and uncertainty when we have a lot of opportunity before us. And it doesn't have to be, I want to do this here because this works better for me. It doesn't have to be a battle. It doesn't have to be a fight. It doesn't have to be burning bridges. It doesn't have to be being attached to staying where it's comfortable because we, in our heads, we see no change, right? And I know that you're probably saying, well, that doesn't make sense because I had this card and that card, and now I had the appreciation and happiness and healing, and I'm on that road, and then I have the garden and the gate, and you're saying for me to expand my horizons and to step out of this complacency and comfortability and into this time of cornucopia. And then there's all of these things happening, the emotional stability and financial stability and building a nest egg here, and all of this wonderful things are happening here. And then we have the Nine of Swords, which is all mental. It's all mental. It's in your head. I mean, you could be making all of these wonderful changes and still feel like nothing's ever changed, that nothing is changing and that nothing is happening because you feel that way emotionally. I'm over here pounding on my chest because you feel this way emotionally, and regardless of the love that people have for you or the love that you're giving yourself, it still feels like an emotional battle in the inside. And sometimes when we have those emotional battles that we feel like we have to emotionally fight for every fucking thing that we are trying to do, it's a lot easier to go back to that comfortability and complacency than it is to recognize emotionally the change that is happening physically. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if it does in the comments. It is not enough to get out of complacency and comfortability. It's not enough to love yourself and allow others to love you. It's not enough to bring the happiness and healing if you're still stuck mentally in a place of where you feel you have to fight for everything that you have, or you feel you have to fight for change, or you feel that change isn't fucking happening. Because it's so easy in that emotional spot, that emotional sweet spot, even though things are working out great for you and the happiness and healing and the cornucopia and the money and the this and the that and the third and the lover and all of this, if you're not emotionally set, if you're not emotionally set, if you're not emotionally balanced with this and this and this and this and this, then everything is going to feel like a fight. And then that doesn't want that emotional feeling. Then if it's an emotional struggle and an emotional fuck you, then it doesn't make the journey feel like it's worth fighting, even though we see the physical all around us. I'm getting wound up. I'm sorry. Let me digress. So we have to take the initiative while we are healing ourselves physically, healing ourselves emotionally and mentally as well, and recognizing that we are changing emotionally. We are learning to manifest. We are learning to open up to the happiness and the healing. We are learning to open up to that cornucopia. And we have to stop allowing the voices in our head to dictate how we feel and then to dictate our path. I hope that makes sense. So let's see what's next. And then we start feeling alone, lonely, uncertain. And then we have decisions to make. And that decision is, are we striving for something that we are capable of doing? Are we striving for something that is reality? Or are we striving for something that is unreachable? Right? And why I say that is this. If you're desiring to let something go and you're desiring to manifest something in your life, is that what you are desiring to manifest? Are you capable of doing it where you are? Or are you still holding so many burdens and so many things from the past and so many trials and tribulations and hurts and the feeling that you have to fight for what you want, that it makes your journey impossible in your mind? So this is not fighting physical demons, because we're getting through that. We're going beyond the physical demons. Now this is all emotional and in your head. And I'm telling you, it is not enough just to physically fight, just to physically get past what is not conducive to your happiness and growth and what is holding you back, you have to start removing, Libra, those things that you've held on to for a really long time. And you have to make the decision if what you're striving for is, are you capable of it? Or is it so, have you set the bar so high that you sabotaged yourself on this journey of happiness and healing and appreciation and manifestation and cornucopia and because the Nine of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Devil energy, it's almost like you set yourself up for this big thing, knowing that you were going to fail. So you didn't have to do the work that needed to be done. So you set the bar up so high that it's like a self-sabotaging moment. It's like a self-sabotaging moment. You have this beautiful opportunity to step out into the unknown, step into appreciation and abundance and prosperity, cornucopia, whatever that means to you. The Nine of Cups is that cornucopia. The Seven of Cups is building something for your future. You have all of this love and appreciation and stability and balance around you, but in your head, there's this, nothing is happening, nothing is going on, nothing is this, nothing in that. I have to fight for everything. I have to fight for this and fight for that and da-da-da. It's just best not to do anything. So I'll just go back to where I was, and it's everybody else's fault but my own. So I carry around all of these trials and tribulations that I have put myself into. I carry around this bar that I've raised too high for myself. And then I failed, and then I blamed everybody else, and I'm carrying this around, and now everything is back to where it was. And that's unfortunate, because you have great opportunity here and great possibilities here. So for this month of November, and don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. Don't click off your computer, be mad at me. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, blah, 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 blah. Look at you. Look at it. Take a step back and ask yourself if the bar you raised for you is too high, or is it something that you're able to accomplish and achieve, or is it so out of left field that you have given the fuck up before you even fucking started. Don't come sideways at me. I didn't do it. So keep working on yourself. Keep working. Keep releasing those burdens. Keep lowering that bar until you're able to accomplish and achieve it. Right? Success, even a little success, is better than sabotaging yourself and your success, isn't it? Alrighty. Oof. Those just kind of fell out, right? Loving yourself. Oof. Finding that strength. Stepping into a time of manifestation and financial health. Lighten the load. I told you. And empower yourself. Make sure that you are stronger than the devil in your head. Make sure that you are stronger than the voices in your head. It's time for you to really start reevaluating this situation and lowering that bar a little bit, so the manifestation and the empowerment that you are capable of bringing in is reachable, tangible, can be done. Don't set yourself up to fail. Please don't. And that's what this feels like. This feels like you are setting yourself up to fail. You've raised that bar so high that it's impossible to move into that time of self-healing and happiness and appreciation, even though there are so many people rooting for you and waiting for you and love you. You have a beautiful opportunity here. Full moon, full moon, full moon. That's on the 8th, by the way. You have a wonderful opportunity here. Reevaluate your ideas and lower that bar a little bit. Take the time to love yourself. Take this opportunity that you have to better yourself, to do better for yourself. To step out of this negative energy and step into this time of healing. I wish you the best of luck. Know that you're divinely guided and loved, Libra. Talk soon.